Businesses must exist within a space, be it physical or digital. For organization to excel, therefore, there is need for those with decision-making powers within the organization to be fully aware of the environment within which the business exists. Hence, environmental analysis tools become critical to the existence and prosperity of businesses. One of the tools used to aid understanding of a business's environment is SWOT analysis, which examine the internal and external environment of a business. It identifies what organization can boost of internally as its strengths, what it has to improve on internally to achieve its strategic objective as its weaknesses, external forces that can threaten its strategic objectives as threats, and those that it can capitalize on to aid in achieving its corporate goals as its opportunities. In this session, we will take a look at what SWOT analysis entails, how to identify its components, its application in business, and sources of SWOT analysis information. Be sure to subscribe to this channel to keep up with our amazing learning sessions. Let's dive in. What does SWOT analysis entail? SWOT analysis takes a look at the strengths and weaknesses of an organization from the point of view of its internal environment. That is, it answers certain questions in relation to the strengths possessed by a firm in terms of resources, capabilities, and competencies, and identifies weaknesses that exist in those aspects that will hinder the organization's progress. In addition, SWOT analysis is used to identify opportunities and threats that exist externally but have either direct or indirect impacts on organizations' operations. How to identify the components of SWOT? The components of SWOT include strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Prior to setting out for long-term planning, an organization is expected to have a vision and mission. This serves as the first step in identifying the components of SWOT. A lot has been explained on vision and mission in our previous session on business plan. Do check it out. Once an organization has a vision and mission, it makes SWOT analysis and its application easier, and assures optimum result. Let's take a look at the components of SWOT. Strengths and weaknesses. Upon having a mission, vision, and objectives, organization leaders can, from time to time, run SWOT analysis to determine whether or not they are on the right track and direction to the promised land. Hence, organizations must have standard in place against which results will be measured internally to determine the aspects of its resources, capabilities, and competencies that serve as its strengths, those that need strengthening, and those that should be eliminated. Therefore, areas that will be looked into to identify strengths and weaknesses within the internal environment include resources, which is defined as assets, tangible and intangible, owned by an organization. This include buildings, furniture and fittings, motor vehicles, human resources, financial capacity, customer base, reputation, goodwill, management information and accounting system, patents, trademarks, supply and distribution chain, etc. An organization is said to have strengthened these aspects if it can boast of as being better than its competitors in them, and are on track towards achieving its corporate goals. Next is capability. This is an organization measure of its ability to utilize these resources efficiently. An organization is said to have strengthened these areas if it can efficiently utilize its resources to achieve its corporate goals, while it is said to have weaknesses if it allows wastages. An organization's core competencies is its unique resources which cannot be easily mimicked by competitors. An organization is said to have strength in terms of competence if it can guard against its unique value proposition, and prevent competitors from accessing them. While they are said to have weaknesses if it allows competitors access to them. Opportunities and threats. Opportunities and threats are external to a firm and they have little or no control over them. To identify opportunities and threats, an organization must conduct a pestle analysis. This will enable the firm to identify political, economic, social, technological, and legislative issues and trends within its environment, to enable it to capitalize on those that will foster its prosperity, and shield against those that will threaten its survival. In addition, it should conduct competitive analysis, market research, and industry analysis to determine resources, capabilities, and competencies of its competitors, and changes in consumer preferences that it can capitalize on, and those that can threaten its survivability. These analyses have been discussed in our previous sessions. Kindly check them out. Sources of SWOT analysis information. Since SWOT analysis deals with factors that are internal and external to business, SWOT analysis information can be derived from documents that are internal to organizations such as financial records, company's profile, market surveys, customers' feedback, performance report, etc. While external sources include statistics, newspapers, magazines, government reports, budgets, etc. In conclusion, SWOT analysis is critical to business's survival and competitiveness. Hence, an organization must from time to time identify controllable and uncontrollable factors in its internal and external environment. Once done, plans should be put in place to minimize or eliminate weaknesses, strengthen strengths, capitalize on opportunities, and prepare and shield against threats.